The emotional discussions surrounding Doug Weiss took another dramatic turn after a deeply personal statement from Lisa Weiss began spreading rapidly online. The message, which many viewers described as shocking and emotional, immediately captured attention after Lisa Weiss publicly declared, "I can't stay silent anymore." Within hours, clips discussing the statement flooded social media platforms as supporters, critics, and longtime followers attempted to understand the emotional situation unfolding publicly. For many people following the story, the message felt sudden, deeply personal, and impossible to ignore because of the history and public attention surrounding Doug Weiss in recent years. Though speculation had circulated online for some time regarding tensions, emotional struggles, and private matters connected to those closest to Doug Weiss, Lisa Weiss had largely remained quiet publicly. That silence, however, appeared to finally break after her emotional remarks surfaced online and immediately sparked intense conversations among viewers and supporters. According to people reacting online, the emotional weight of her statement came not only from the words themselves, but also from the visible emotion and exhaustion many viewers believed they noticed while listening to her speak. Supporters described the moment as raw, painful, and deeply personal. Others admitted they were surprised that such private emotions had finally become public after so much speculation surrounding the situation. As clips continued circulating, many viewers focused especially on the phrase, "I can't stay silent anymore," interpreting it as a sign that Lisa Weiss had been emotionally carrying unresolved pain or frustration for a long time. While she reportedly avoided discussing every private detail directly, the emotional tone of the message alone quickly became enough to dominate online conversations. Some supporters immediately responded with compassion and encouragement, praising her for speaking openly despite the emotional difficulty of doing so publicly. Others urged viewers not to rush toward judgment or assumptions until more context surrounding the situation becomes fully clear. Still, regardless of differing opinions, the emotional impact of the statement remained undeniable across social media platforms. Throughout the past several years, Doug Weiss built a public reputation connected to counseling, emotional healing, and relationship guidance. Because of that public image, reactions to Lisa Weiss's statement became even more emotionally charged among audiences online. Some supporters expressed sadness seeing personal struggles connected to such well-known public figures become increasingly visible in front of millions of viewers. As discussions intensified, older interviews, photographs, and videos involving Doug Weiss and Lisa Weiss also resurfaced online. Audiences revisited moments showing smiles, public appearances, ministry gatherings, and conversations from earlier years that now carried a completely different emotional tone after the recent statement. Several supporters commented that watching those older clips again felt heartbreaking because of the contrast between past public appearances and the emotional reality now unfolding online. Others reflected on how difficult it can become for public figures to navigate personal struggles while constantly remaining under public attention and speculation. Meanwhile, social media became flooded with emotional reactions from viewers trying to interpret what Lisa Weiss may have been referring to in her statement. Some believed the message reflected years of emotional pressure building privately behind the scenes. Others argued that audiences should avoid creating assumptions until additional details emerged directly from those involved. Despite the growing online discussions, many supporters focused less on speculation and more on the visible emotion behind Lisa Weiss's words. Several people commented that, regardless of specific circumstances, the statement clearly reflected someone carrying deep emotional pain. One supporter wrote that you could hear heartbreak in every word, while another described the moment as someone finally reaching the point where silence became too heavy to carry anymore. Similar emotional reactions continued appearing online throughout the night as clips spread rapidly across multiple platforms. At the same time, Some viewers expressed concern over how quickly deeply personal situations become public conversations online. Several supporters urged audiences to approach the matter with compassion, rather than turning emotional struggles into entertainment or public division. Others reminded people that social media often reveals only small pieces of much larger and more complicated personal realities. Even so, the emotional impact of Lisa Weiss's statement continued growing as more people watched and reacted to the clips circulating online. Emotional edits, commentary videos, and discussion threads quickly appeared across platforms as audiences attempted to process the situation. Several longtime followers of Doug Weiss also reacted emotionally, explaining that seeing such personal pain unfold publicly felt difficult because of the years many viewers spent following his work, teachings, and public appearances. Some admitted they felt conflicted emotionally, while others simply expressed sadness seeing private struggles become public in such a visible way. Meanwhile, people close to the broader situation reportedly encouraged patience, understanding, and privacy, while emotions remain high. Some supporters specifically urged audiences not to spread rumors or misinformation, while the full circumstances remain unclear publicly. Still, Lisa Weiss's statement continued resonating strongly with viewers because of how emotionally direct and vulnerable it appeared. For many people watching online, the phrase, "I can't stay silent anymore," felt less like a dramatic headline and more like someone finally expressing emotions they had carried privately for a very long time. As discussions continued, some supporters also reflected on larger conversations involving relationships, emotional pressure, public expectations, and the hidden struggles people often experience behind closed doors. Many viewers pointed out that public appearances rarely reveal the full emotional reality individuals may be facing privately. The emotional reaction surrounding the statement also highlighted how deeply audiences connect to public figures they have followed for years. Supporters explained that hearing emotionally vulnerable words from someone they recognized publicly created an immediate feeling of heartbreak and concern. Throughout the day, reactions continued dividing into different perspectives online. Some viewers strongly supported Lisa Weiss for speaking openly, while others encouraged caution until additional context becomes available publicly. But regardless of differing opinions, nearly everyone agreed on one thing: the emotion visible throughout the statement felt real, painful, and deeply personal. As clips continued spreading, many supporters revisited the larger emotional themes reflected in the message, rather than focusing only on specific details. Conversations increasingly centered around emotional exhaustion, silence, healing, and the difficulty of carrying private pain while remaining publicly visible. One particularly emotional comment that gained attention online read, "Sometimes silence protects everyone except the person carrying the pain." That message quickly spread across platforms as viewers connected emotionally to the deeper feelings reflected throughout Lisa Weiss's statement. Meanwhile, others continued urging compassion for everyone involved, reminding audiences that personal relationships and emotional struggles are often far more complicated than they appear publicly. Several supporters emphasized the importance of empathy rather than judgment, while emotions surrounding the situation remain intense. As the story continues developing online, many people believe Lisa Weiss's emotional words may mark a turning point in how audiences view the broader situation connected to Doug Weiss. Whether additional statements eventually emerge or not, the emotional honesty reflected in her message has already left a strong impact on countless viewers following the story. For many supporters watching online, the statement felt heartbreaking not because of headlines or speculation, but because it reflected something deeply human: the emotional weight of carrying silence for too long. And while public discussions surrounding Doug Weiss and Lisa Weiss may continue evolving in the coming days, Supporters say one thing already feels undeniable. The pain visible in those words touched people emotionally because it revealed vulnerability, heartbreak, and the difficult reality that sometimes even those who appear strongest publicly may be struggling privately in ways the world never fully sees.